Hey friends, Coach Sarah here with Array of Hope Health. I wanted to give you guys an update. I am officially now 39 weeks pregnant, and actually everything has been fine. I've had a few strange symptoms that I've had to deal with, and I feel like the last trimester, there's always some sort of hurdle or obstacles. We just got through my sister's wedding. I'm so happy I was able to be there, be present, not worry. You know, I was a little worried before that if the baby decided to join us a little early. I have yet to have a really early baby at 39 weeks, but there's always that what if chance. So I'm glad that's behind me. Now I can completely focus on the baby and get ready for the birth. I am excited to say I have taken steps. We have the crib in our room. We have the changing table and all the clothes, which we were kind of starting over. So finally I have everything that we need. I feel really good. We are going for a home birth. And so the water birthing tub is finally here. We're gonna get that set up this week, and then we should be green light go. So yeah, say prayer. There's always like nerves and jitters because I know what birth is like. This isn't my first rodeo. This will be number 5 that I've birthed, child 6, birth 5. And I know what's coming. I'm not gonna be in denial, but I just wanna be mentally prepared because a lot of it is mindset, and I know that. So I am just trying to remind myself that God designed my body. He gave me the tools and the resources to do this, to take every thought captive, and, you know, just to really lean into Him, into God, and know that He created me to do this and that I am capable and that God will be with me. And, you know, I'm surrounding myself with my family who loves me, and I have a wonderful midwife. This is someone who's super competent in the things that I need that are specific to my needs, because I have hemorrhaged after every birth, and so I need to get put on an IV Pitocin right after at home. And the nice thing is that she has that capability to do that for me at home. So it's wonderful. So yeah, just say a prayer, because there's always the unknowns. Just like anything in life, it's something that until I go through it, I don't know the story. And so here we are. We're in definitely the waiting time. We had a little surprise. I actually found out at the wedding, which isn't exactly ideal timing, but my iron has dropped a full point, which is not good, in a short amount of time. I do already struggle with pregnancy anemia, and so now we are looking at getting an iron infusion this week. So I would really like to get that done before the baby arrives. I have been taking all kinds of different iron supplements. I finally actually figured out one that is helpful. But if you guys remember, I was suffering from nausea, and I finally figured out it was the combo of my supplements, and it really ended up being the grass-fed beef liver. I was taking it 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I was taking 2 capsules per, and then it ended up causing a lot of nausea, and I was hoping that wasn't it because I kept playing around with it, but I'm pretty sure that was it. So I started taking it at night, but I don't think it's absorbing as well, and I think I need more. So but now we're at the end, so it's like almost too late to try to just shovel it in. I'm gonna eat some steak this week. I could eat liver, but it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'll let you guys know if I decide to try it, like straight up liver, because I know there's ways to hide it too. So share your ideas if you have some for me this week, because I need to up my iron quickly. Is at a 9.7, which is borderline, like you don't want it to be less. It's not good, especially for home birth, and especially with someone who hemorrhages. So I'm not being stupid. I'm taking precautions. That's why I just want to opt for the infusion, because it's the quickest way for me to get my iron up fast, and I've done it before, And so when I go do that, I'll let you guys know how that experience is, because I haven't done it during this season of COVID and what that looks like. So that is coming. Some other symptoms I've had, really, really bad, like tingling in my hands and like my forearms. And so that's been frustrating to deal with. And I know it's because I have like a pinched, everything kind of, all the ligaments get really soft at the end of pregnancy. And so I know that I have like a pinched nerve going on. So when I sleep, I'm like tossing, turning. And both my midwife and my chiropractor were like, you should wear some sort of splint or brace at night, because we tend to like kind of bend and then it makes it worse. So if we're holding our hands straight, it makes it better. And that's been helping. So I'm doing all the things to help, getting adjusted, you know, taking my supplements, going to see my midwife weekly at this point, and just working on if something's coming up. And I usually get pubic symphysis. And if any of you guys get that at the end, you will understand there's like a lot of significant pain in your pubic region. It hurts. And I haven't really been getting that, but I also haven't been walking like I usually do, which is also leading to more swelling. I can see it in my face. I can see it in my hands. I can see it in my feet. I'm definitely swollen. And this too, it's like once I have the baby, it takes a couple weeks, but it's like I sweat everything out. And, you know, it's just a process, and our bodies go through so much when we're pregnant. And so here I am at the end. I am looking forward to losing a lot of weight. I'm actually excited about it, because I have so much sympathy and compassion for people carrying around extra weight right now, because it's just so taxing on the body. And you forget when I'm thin, I just forget because I'm bouncing around doing my thing. I usually go up and down my stairs like a bajillion times in a day. And right now it's just, oh my goodness, it feels like climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. And so it's helping me to appreciate the small things in my life and to appreciate the things that I might take for granted in other seasons. And I'm so excited to meet this little princess. And I know pregnancy, and I know you guys understand this if you've had children, and they're all worth it. They're all worth it. And so we wouldn't keep doing this to ourselves and our bodies if it wasn't worth it. And so I'm so thankful to be where I'm at. Just an update on the wedding. It went amazing. Oh, I still have wedding hair. Should have told you guys that. I kept it in. I don't know if you guys can see the back. It still even has the flowers. But she did a good job, the girl who did my hair. It's kind of falling out now, but we had so much fun. Oh my gosh, I just wanted it to go perfectly for my sister. I love my sister so much. And it was beautiful. My husband and her mother-in-law now, they did so much of the food prep. And I did a lot of the stuff like along the way, but it was really nice. I was in the bridal shower as the matron of honor, so I was able to kick back, kind of sit aside with her, support her that day, and just really soak things in. I didn't even walk around with my phone, which is so unusual for me. And so I don't have a lot of footage. I'm waiting for the pictures to come back from the professionals. But it was beautiful. And the only funny part was, because there's always something crazy that happens at weddings. So share with me, comment below what crazy thing has happened at a wedding you've been to or your wedding. We had just this weird one day. It hit 82 degrees yesterday, and it's been like in the 60s, and then it went 82, and now it's like back in the 60s. And it caused these little, I guess they're called no-see-ums. That's what I just learned. No-see-ums bugs, which you could actually see them though, so I don't know. But they bite, and they hurt, and they like crawl all over you, and they're like really uncomfortable, and they were just everywhere. And we're like trying to hold our bouquets and not flinch and like smack them and like, woo. Mostly I could feel them like crawling in my hair, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. And then also those like little Asian beetles that look like ladybugs, but they have the pinchers and they're orange instead of red. Oh my gosh. Those things, one of them was crawling on my sister's back. And I'm like, okay, at what point, they're saying their vows. I'm like, at what point do I like smack this thing off of her back? And I just kept praying. I was like, oh Lord, please let it fly away. Please let it fly away. And just about the time it was ready to hit her like lace where it would go onto her skin, it flew away. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because I did not want that happening on my sister. Can you just see the whole wedding party? Because everyone was feeling it. And honestly, they kept it together well. So I was impressed. I also ate 100% on plan. I had made all the Trim Healthy Mama treats, which were a huge hit, by the way, you guys. People loved them, and I got a ton of compliments, so that was amazing. I felt like, woohoo, way to go, Trim Healthy Mamas. And then we also had pulled pork. I mean, there was a bunch of off-plan things, but I just bypassed those. So I had salad, and I had pulled pork appetizer trays, and they had like little smoked Gouda cheese, pickle roll-ups with like cream cheese, and then, olives. I didn't really go for the olives, but I mean, those were all things that you could eat on plan. And it was awesome. So it worked out perfect. And my parents, I had actually made all the food for them to provide. I couldn't like serve it on the wedding day, but for the lunch, I don't even know, they probably has some fancy name, like the lunch for the bridal party. I'm not sure. We made sandwiches, and so we did croissants for like everybody else, and then for like my dad and I who eat on plan, we just did sprouted bread and made sandwiches that way. So super simple. And I just love how with Trim Healthy Mama you can just make a quick switch. So that's something I've been doing. Totally eating on plan. That's going fine. Just dealing with the last few aches and pains here at the end of pregnancy. It's gonna be so worth it. Just gotta get there to the end. So I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think I'm gonna go super late, on time this time, a couple days early? Or what's your best guess? I would love to know your thoughts. So I will tell you, all my babies. My firstborn son came on his due date. My daughter came 2 days early. My next daughter came a week late. My little guy, he came 2 weeks late. So, I don't know, guys. I got nothing. I have no idea. It could be this week. It could be next week. It could be in 3 weeks. I really hope not. So tell me, comment below when you think baby's coming and how much you think the baby is going to weigh. Because that's another thing. My littlest one was my first son. He was 7'11", and then my daughter was 10'2", then 9'1", and then 10.5 pounds. So, I don't know. It's gonna be fine. Anyways, so thank you for hanging out with me. I hope this update was helpful. If you have questions or you want to know something like I do personally, I'll be happy to share that. I am planning on co-sleeping with my baby, nursing my baby. I definitely have a very natural-minded approach. It's just what I do personally, what I believe in, what I've studied, researched, and that's what works for me. So if you have questions about it or you want to know something, I studied Bradley method for how to deliver a baby. My husband is well versed in it and super helpful when I go into labor. And so I do feel like I need to practice my relaxation more. I've been lax on it because, it's baby number 5 and yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it. Well, when there's just stuff to do all the time when you have a big family. So getting to relaxation is not the first priority, and I need to make that more of a priority. If you have questions or if there's something you do that you love and you want to share it with me, please let me know what it is. I would love to hear your ideas and your suggestions. All right, well, have a great rest of your day, and I will let you guys know maybe a baby's coming this week before my next update. We'll see. Okay, bye guys.